I got to watch Lionel Messi for the first time ever in person on Saturday night at the Nashville MLS game against Miami. And this is the first time I had ever been to the MLS stadium, Nashville's brand new MLS stadium that seats right around 30,000 people. And I've said this before, but if you had told me when I was a kid that Nashville would have a 30,000-seat soccer-only stadium and that it would be completely sold out and that people would be paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for tickets to go watch a game there, I never would have believed you. But, man, what an incredible atmosphere. And I have a couple of big takeaways from watching Messi on Saturday night and watching the Nashville and the Miami teams play. One, the amount of celebrities in Nashville blows my mind, all right? I mean, it just blows my mind. Giannis is a partial owner of this Nashville team. He was there. Nicole Kidman, Reese Witherspoon, David Beckham, Darius Garland. These are just some people I saw. Nate Bargatze, my friend. The amount of celebrity that follows Messi in any city is pretty extraordinary to even think about. And I saw it for myself there on Saturday. The amount of interest that Messi himself, by himself, brings. He scored a goal. He put another one off the post, and he scored in the ending, which was crazy. It came down to goalie versus goalie penalty kicks. And Miami won 10-1. They made 10 out of their 11. Nashville went 9-2, and the Miami goalie stopped Nashville's goalie to officially win the cup, the challenge there that was going on in the MLS. But it's pretty extraordinary. And it speaks to the question that I think is most paramount as we look and consider and contemplate what the future of soccer is in America. It's undoubtedly the case, if you walk around, I've been saying it for some time, young people in America are big soccer fans. The average age inside of a MLS stadium is way younger than the average age inside of I think even an NFL stadium, certainly a Major League Baseball stadium, and I think even an NBA arena. I don't think I've ever seen a younger audience than what goes and watches soccer now. So the question that I have, and I talked to some people who were there involved in the sports business in general, in America today, the most talented basketball players all come to America because the NBA, they can make the most money. Giannis is a good example. He's born in Greece. He's a huge soccer fan. He was there to watch Messi. He's a partial owner of the Nashville MLS franchise. And he's sitting there on the front row. I saw him. He didn't leave. I mean, he is a diehard soccer fan. But he plays in the NBA from Europe because the NBA can offer him so much more money. So, at what point in time does the economy of scale start to shift to the point where the MLS doesn't get Messi and it doesn't get Beckham or Rooney in their 30s after they have already played and peaked in their rest of their career, and then they want to come to the United States? At what point does the United States start to be able to attract some people in their 20s and some who are elite soccer players and would otherwise be playing in Italy or in England or somewhere else? And a lot of you are going to say, oh, it'll never happen. I disagree. I think it's a function of money. And the question is, most people, Giannis is a good example, the NBA is a great example, most people will go and work wherever they can make the most money. And Messi, I think, what does he get? 30% of all international signups for MLS on that app. And I think they've doubled the number of signups that now exist for the MLS League Pass through Apple since Messi came. I think he got 6% of Inter Miami, and God knows all the other incentives that he got. money was not necessarily the primary driving force, but you could get Messi to the point where the money was at least in the same ballpark as what he might make elsewhere. And go figure, United States is a pretty good place to live. So if you have a family and you want them to be safe and you want to live a normal life, relatively speaking, the United States can offer that in soccer. In fact, you can have a normal life. I bet Messi has in Miami as close to a normal life for Messi as could exist, because Miami has a ton of celebrities. And so Messi, yes, is famous, but he doesn't necessarily stand out way more than every other celebrity who is potentially in Miami. So, or LA or New York, or for that matter, Nashville. So think about that for a minute. When do the dollars become significant enough? I think it could start to happen in a real way over the next decade or so. And I would say a generation from now. So 20 years from now, what are we sitting here in 2023? I would think by 2043, it's going to be a situation where the MLS is able to offer, I really do believe this, competitive dollar values for elite talent to be able to come play in the MLS. Now, maybe I'm crazy in a 20-year forecast, 10 years low end, 20 years high end, but I think the economies of scale are so substantial in the United States that when you start to have incredibly elite playmakers that are deciding to compete in the MLS, it becomes a flywheel. You're already seeing it with Messi now. What's going to happen with Messi, this is my prediction, having gone and watched this game on Saturday, is a lot of people are going to see Messi, and they're going to start to pay attention to other talented players in the MLS. That is, Messi's star power creates this echo effect, this illuminative effect, where other stars are made by being able to bask in the reflected glow of the attention that Messi gets. That would be my prediction, because people care about Messi, but what also happens is, and I think Messi's committed for 3 years, what also happens is people want to be interested in Messi, but they also want to be interested in the people who are competing against Messi. And I think that's the next level that needs to be taken in the MLS. So that's how I would analyze it. Look, I played soccer growing up. In fact, I coached a game of 9U soccer on Saturday alongside of my wife because the usual coach wasn't able to be there. And so I was running around coaching 9-year-olds in the Nashville area. But I think I understand the game of soccer pretty well, having played it and having charted its growth. And I was blown away by what I saw with Messi, and also, frankly, by the valuations that you're now seeing MLS franchises be capable of achieving. The Nashville MLS franchise, for instance, sold for $150 million. I think it's probably a $500 million franchise now with that new stadium built, with the brand value that they're creating. I was kind of blown away. Speaking of blown away, I also, on Friday night, so I had a busy weekend in Nashville. It's the first time I've been home in a long time. On Friday night, I went to the PBR, the Professional Bull Riding, and that was incredible. So I got to sit right where the bulls come out of the chute. I couldn't believe it. I had never been to a professional bull riding event like that before. They have team play, so they have 8 different franchises that are based in different cities. Nashville has one as well. And in the Preds Arena, in Bridgestone Arena in downtown Nashville on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they had bull riding 3 straight days, and it was amazing. It was an incredible time. So I had a lot of fun doing what I would consider to be 2 non-traditional, because I would consider baseball, basketball, football to be the traditional sports. Even hockey now has been in Nashville for 20-some-odd years. But the PBR and the MLS, both awesome. PBR crew was fantastic. They took me around. We had a spectacular time.